There's another story that's mentioned about Imam al-Qurtubi and one of his friends. And his friend was also known as Al-Qarafi. And this took place when he was in Egypt. So he said that we were traveling and we were in a place called Al-Fayoum. Fayoum is a place in Egypt. So he said we approached this place called Fayoum and we had like a ghulam, we had like a servant with us. He said when we entered into the city, we were looking for a place to stay. We were looking for a place to stay while we were there in the city of Fayoum. And so they found a place, and the ghulam, the servant or the guide that they had, he said to them, Billahi la tadkhula. He said to them, don't enter into this place. فَإِنَّهُ مَعْمُورٌ بِالْجَانِ. Because this place is full of shayateen, it's full of jinn. It's a haunted house basically. Don't enter into this place. You don't want to stay here, it's haunted. And so Al-Qarafi said to Imam al-Qurtubi's friend, he said to him, Udkhulu, he said, enter into this place, وَدَعُونَ مِنْ هَذِي الْهَذِيَانِ. Enter into this place and stop talking nonsense basically. These are you're just imagining things, you're just talking rubbish. These are just your hallucinations, you're imagining things, you're making these things up. It's not going to happen. We'll stay the night here. So they went in, and the servant, he stayed behind and he basically prepared the area for them, prepared the place where they're going to stay the night or the few nights that they're going to be living there. And they went to Jami' al-Balad, the place, the main masjid of that area. So they went there and the door opened and a goat's head rolled out of the house. And so when Al-Qarafi saw this, he began to scream and he fainted there and then. And Al-Qurtubi, what's Qurtubi doing? Qurtubi is standing there, calm and composed. And he stands next to the goat's head. And he picks up the goat's head. He picks up the goat's head and he does isti'adha and basmala. He says, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And then he says, Allahu adina lakum am ala Allahi taftarun. He recites this ayah. Has Allah permitted you to do so, or do you invent something about Allah? He starts reciting this ayah in this situation. And then the servant comes out of the house with a rope and with a knife. And he said that somebody was selling this goat when you were away, and I bought it and I brought it into the house so I could sacrifice it and we could eat when you guys come back. SubhanAllah. And so then Al-Qarafi, he wakes up. Al-Qarafi, the other scholar, he wakes up and he says to Imam al-Qurtubi, he says, Ya akhi, jazakallahu khairan. He says, my brother, jazakallahu khair, may Allah reward you. He says, if it wasn't for you, I would have lost my mind. SubhanAllah. So this shows you the bravery of Imam al-Qurtubi. It shows you his composure. It shows you how calm and how composed he was in this situation. The fact that there was, you all hear about haunted houses and about places which are spooky and there's things going on and, you shouldn't go there and something's going to happen to you. But even in this situation, Imam al-Qurtubi was someone who was calm, he was composed, he wasn't afraid. He remembers Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He thinks about Allah Azza wa Jal. And subhanAllah, it reminds me of the ayah of Allah Azza wa Jal, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna alladhina qalu rabbuna Allah. Verily those who say our Lord is Allah. Thumma istaqamu. And then they're steadfast on this. Tatanazzalu alayhim al-malaika. Angels will come down and they will say, Allah takhafu wa la tahzanu. They'll say, don't be afraid and don't be sad. When a person's firm on his faith, when he's steadfast, he won't feel this fear. He won't be afraid. He won't be afraid of these kinds of things happening to him.